All right.
Welcome to Clinch Conversations, episode 9, UFC Mexico. Got a heck of a card coming to you guys. We're going to break this thing down for y'all from the prelims all the way into the main card. Got some bangers on the main card and got some sleepers on the undercard. Dakota, I'll let you take it away.
Yeah,
What fight
this
on the undercard are you looking forward to, man?
so there's a couple. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a couple fights on this undercard that have really caught my attention. Wes Schultz and Damian Penis. I promise I'm not saying penis. I'm saying penis. I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce his name, but Moicano posted it Damian Penis. So, but the reason it's caught my attention is Wes Schultz has had two contender series fights. One where he got grounded pounded by Absur Malik, how the fuck you say his name? Huge dude that KO'd him is actually having a lot of success in the UFC now. And then his last fight on Contender Series, he had a Suloev stretch and won that fight. That's pretty fucking hard to do. The last guy I think we've seen get that was Zabit. So, really, really fucking cool submission. Makes me an instant fan of anybody that could pull that off. I'd probably be a little biased, but kind of gonna want to be locked in for that first fight for sure. And then Francis Marshall's fighting Eric Silva. I'm a big Francis Marshall guy. He should have taken Marion Santos's O. That fucking robbery is probably one of the worst robberies I've ever seen in my life. The dude kicked his ass for 3 rounds and they gave Marion Santos to win. Um, but definitely hyped for that one. This Regina Taryn and Ernesta Caracate fight is going to be interesting. Not as interesting, but Taryn had just got the fight signed today, and they fight on Saturday. So, pretty interesting. She's coming in on 3 days, 4 days notice, and she's undefeated, and she's got 7 wins with 6 first-round finishes. The next fight up, Douglas Silva de Andrade, one of my favorite flyweights. Or I'm sorry, he's fighting a featherweight now. What the fuck? Again, I don't know. I thought bro was a flyweight. I don't know what the fuck happened. But he's fighting the guy that I watched fight here at LFA when I originally got put on to Scuba Steve. Literally this fucking card right here. I was at this card. That's Scuba Steve slamming that dude, slam knockout.
Shout out Scuba
Javier Reyes.
Steve.
Shout out Scuba Steve. Javier Reyes was the main event there, and he beat Lance Lawrence, who was Kentucky's biggest prospect at the time. At least I think he was. He might not have been, but he was more well known than a lot of guys. And Javier Reyes put on a really good performance. So got my eyes locked on that one. LFA's always got guys coming to the UFC, but that one's got a little more of a personal agenda on it. I'm like, okay, let's see if this dude's going to beat one of the, more durable guys in the division in Douglas Silva de Andrade. So that's interesting. I know you got your eyes on the Chris Moutinho and Quinones fight.
Yeah, this after getting knocked out by Sean O'Malley and then having that other loss to the UFC, he got kicked out, and then he kind of went on a run in the regional scene. He's got a couple wins by submission, couple wins by knockout. Could this be his first win in the UFC? I think he's finally up against a guy that that he may be able to beat. He was up against some killers in the UFC. Malcolm Wellmaker, an assassin. Sean O'Malley, obviously, look at him.
Yeah.
So he could be taking home his first dub, and I think that would be nice. I'd like to see him get paid.
For what it's worth, too, I'm pretty sure he stepped in for Pedro Munhoz on short notice. Whenever he fought O'Malley, I could be wrong, but I felt like it was at least a short notice fight. Also, random. Where the fuck's Pedro Munhoz at, dude? Is that dude in the UFC anymore, bro?
I don't know. I don't know if he's still
I haven't heard
active
bro's
on the
name.
roster.
I haven't heard bro's name since that fucking fight with O'Malley where he got eye poked and the fight ended. So just a random thought. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this fight. I'm gonna be real with you, man. I think this could be the first fight that Chris Moutinho gets the win. I really do. I like the odds here. Christian Quinones has not won a fight since 2022 in the UFC, and obviously we know he hasn't fought in any other promotions. Whereas Moutinho, after getting cut from the UFC, racked up 8 straight wins outside of the UFC. He even did boxing matches, so that's pretty impressive. He just has stayed active, and in the sport, consistency is key, inconsistency is killer, as Connor would say. I think Chris Moutinho's a live dog here, man. I really like him to get this fucking win, man.
Yeah, I can see it happening. Like you said, he was grappling. He did grappling matches, boxing matches, MMA matches. You see a hard worker like that, you want to see this guy, get a dub. You don't want to see him go to sleep every time he comes out there. So I think it's a good opportunity for him to maybe restart, kickstart his career. So I hope he walks away with a victory. See, we
Safe
also
to
got
say, both them guys are fighting for their job. Safe to say. So we should be guaranteed a banger.
yeah, 100%. See, we got Macy Chastain on the card, fighting Perez. I know you're looking forward to that one.
Oh yeah, I think everybody's looking forward to that one, bud. Let's be real. Eileen Perez, the Twerknado, whatever you want to call her. I think, dude, I'm be real with you. The odds of her getting a sub this fight are plus 1100. I think that's fucking insane. She is a pretty good submission specialist. The only thing is so is Macy Chalson. So Macy could, throw up a triangle and catch her, but Macy has just had a rough go of things, man. I mean, the Arena Aldana fucking loss. She was kicking Arena Aldana's ass, and then Arena Aldana threw up a fucking bullshit fucking up kick that hit Macy Chalson in the liver, like perfectly timed, just a completely out of this world bullshit fucking kick that put her down. She had a TKO win over Myra Buena Silva, which has not aged as great because Myra Buena Silva looks terrible now, but she's got a split decision over Norma Dumont. That was before the Aldana fight. So she's kind of had a bumpy road before that. Yeah, she's kind of been. Yeah, I don't know why I thought she was elite, but she win, loss,
Yeah.
win, loss, loss. So she's talented, man. But the momentum's another thing in this sport that I think carries you in these situations and in these victories that really can help you out a lot. And Eileen Perez for sure has momentum, dude. The only thing that I will say is Eileen Perez, dude, makes a lot of money outside the UFC. She's got an OnlyFans. She does all kinds of shit, like fucking what is it? Content creation wise and shit like that. She does have some really good wins though. Fucking her last three wins, Carol Hoza, fucking whatever the chick's name is, Daria Zeleznikovia, and then Jocelyn Edwards as well. And we just seen Jocelyn Edwards last 3-4 fights have been dominant as hell. She's beat Putilova. Before that, Stephanie Egger. She actually lost to Stephanie Egger by submission. So, but other than that, she's racked up 5 straight wins in the UFC after losing to Stephanie Egger in her debut. So, Eileen Perez, man, it's riding some fucking momentum, dog. She really is. The question is where her head is at. What's she gonna do when she gets in this fight? Is she more worried about her post-fight celebration, or is she more worried about getting the next fucking fight over with and getting some money and moving forward? I got Eileen Perez here. I won't lie. But I would not be surprised if Macy Chalson put some fucking shit together, dude. She's a crafty vet. She can pull shit off, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, toss up fight for me. You got Perez. I mean, not even so much a toss up fight. You're right. Momentum is everything in the sport. Confidence is everything in the sport. She could go out there and get a very impressive win, or she can go out there and fight a vet that's been around for a while. She could run into some issues. Either way, we're going to be tuning into that one. I know one fight that's kind of crazy. You got Jose Medina
Yeah.
as the as the feature
Yeah.
prelim. So
Him
what I'm
versus Ryan
assuming,
Gondra.
yeah, I'm assuming that they're expecting Ryan to knock him out and set up the main card. Uh, I don't know if that's
Who
going to happen
knows?
exactly
Who
like that,
knows?
but it's kind of a strange fight to put in the feature prelim for
So
sure.
my thing is, dude, is you don't have a Mexican in the featured prelim in UFC Mexico. I think that kind of sucks. Not that you have to have them, because obviously they don't really have a lot of Mexicans until the main card. But I definitely think that Chris Moutinho, Christian Quinones, or Eileen Perez and Macy Chalson could have been the featured prelim. Jose Medina, I'm sorry, there's no fucking thing over the end. Jose Medina has not had the best luck in the UFC. He lost to Todorovic by submission round one. Got KO'd by T Big OTA. Got split decision by UD by Zach Reese. He doesn't have the best luck in the UFC. Doesn't seem like a very durable guy. He's lost a lot of weight, it seems, but he just reminds me a lot. I don't know if you remember who Ike Villanueva is, but he reminds me a lot of Ike Villanueva, dude. Just a big guy. He's got power. He's never really been able to translate that success to the UFC. He's 0-3 in the UFC. Ryan Gondra, on the other hand, I believe he's a little bit chubbier guy. He has not had a fight on Contender Series, nothing as far as I'm understanding. He might have had one on Contender Series. That might be where he came from, but I am not currently seeing it. As the only guy that I didn't. Let me see if I can find something on him real quick. Ryan Gondra. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. MMA. Let's see. Sure, dog. Where you at? Tapology, one of you. Let's see what it says his last fight was. Because I mean, they found him somewhere. Certainly, it
Yeah.
wasn't this. It wasn't like this Terran chick that they just pulled on
No.
the card out of nowhere. Okay,
My thing is they set this up for a reason. That matchmakers see something. I think that they see a finish coming from this fight.
yeah.
Otherwise, it wouldn't be in the placement that it's in.
So Gondra is 8-1. He did have a Contender Series fight. He won against Trent Miller by knockout, 251 the first round. Before that, okay, so he's an LFA guy. He had two LFA wins by KO, TKO in the first round, second round. Aside from LFA, he fought in Bison Combat, FMMA, AMG. God, that's a fucking mouthful. Spartacus MMA, Savage MMA, and GFN Gladiator Fight Night. So he's been all around different promotions, and in all them promotions, he's only racked up one loss, which was by knockout. I think that like you said, they're expecting somebody to go to bed here. They're probably expecting Medina to go to bed, from what I can tell. But who knows, man? I definitely am surprised that this is the featured prelim, considering one guy's making his UFC debut and the other guy's winless in the UFC. I get people don't like women's MMA like they claim to, but I definitely think Eileen Perez and Macy Salson would have been a better featured prelim too. I mean, them girls are gonna come in there and bang, bro. Macy Salson likes to stand on the feet and bang, and Eileen Perez just brings the energy. So, but neither here nor there. I ain't gonna complain about it. It is what it is. I'm not the fucking matchmaker. I ain't the promoter. But yeah, it's
And
definitely fucking crazy that Jose Medina's getting the featured prelim.
yeah, another setup is going into the main card. I believe they're setting Angel Pacheco up against Santiago Luna, who's coming off a knockout victory in his UFC debut
And that was
against
against Quang Lee.
yep, yep. And Pacheco's
Quang
0-2 in
Lee
the
is tough.
UFC. He's
Mhm.
lost he's lost a contender series fight. He's lost his UFC debut. I think they're setting him up to get knocked out
I
and
believe
possibly lose
Pacheco
his
lost to
job.
somebody good though, if I remember correctly. No, I'm sorry. He lost to Callan Lou Grain. That's who it was. So that's a tough prospect. We haven't seen Lou Grain fight in a while. But yeah, no, I think they're setting it up so that everybody that's Mexican on this card is just gonna. I'm sorry, dude, but I think it possibly is gonna be a sweep, except for call me crazy, the co-main event. I think the Mexican fighters sweep this fucking shit. David Martinez should beat Cheeto Vera. We'll get to that in a minute, but yeah, I got Santiago Luna by finish. I'm not sure which one yet, KO or sub. We'll see which one I'm feeling, but I think Santiago Luna. I like his energy, bro. It reminds me of Diego Lopez. He comes out with the cowboy hat, Yair Rodriguez kind of energy.
Yeah.
He's a beast, man. He's a really tall guy for bantamweight. He's a really well built guy for bantamweight. He held his own on the ground. Quay Lee's a hard guy to finish, bro, and he kicked his ass. It was a pretty good fight. So I got Santiago Luna in that one, man. Hopefully by first round knockout because I need some energy after the fucking boring snooze fest prelims we had last weekend.
Then we got moving on to Rodriguez versus Kevin Borjas, who
Oh yeah,
you know maybe another setup.
yeah,
Rodriguez 1-1 on his Ultimate Fighter, but then he came in and won the contender series fight by knockout
oh
against the
yeah.
Borjas, who's 1-3 in the UFC, and he's coming off of a loss.
Yeah,
This
Borjas did not impress me at all in his last fight neither. I can't remember who it was against. I'm pretty sure it was against Sumadarji. That's who it was. Everybody was telling me Sumadarji is older now and that he doesn't have the skill anymore. One thing I will say, he does have a win over fucking Christian Rodriguez. I believe that's his name. Ronaldo Rodriguez, sorry. And that's a pretty impressive win because Ronaldo Rodriguez seems to have his way with people. But aside from that, he's not done anything remotely impressive to me. Sumadarji cooked him. Even though Rodriguez is powerful, bro. Whereas Sumadarji has the power in his elbows and his feet, tip of his feet. Even though has power in his hands, he's a short, stocky guy. He loves to wrestle. The only thing that sets me apart with him is he's got braces, man. I think that's so wild to be fighting with braces. But he's got heart, dude. I really like the guy. The way he finished dude on the Ultimate Fighter first fight was fucking brutal. He fought really hard in the second fight. He finished a dude in his Contender Series fight. I really like Emmanuel Rodriguez. I got my eye on him coming into the UFC. He's one of the guys that I've got an eye on for flyweight for sure. He's a strong guy.
Next fight, very much looking forward to. You got Edgar
Yes,
Chares. Chares, is that
I think
right?
it's yeah. I think it's either Chares or Edgar Chairez or Kyriz or one of them. You know what? You done said it four different ways. I don't remember which one it was. So it's
Either
you got
way,
it close enough, brother. Who cares?
I love this guy. I mean, this
Mm-hmm.
guy, throwing up the set. When his first UFC fight, I mean, he was just like, what the energy that guy brings. Like, give
The
me
flyweight
him.
Pereira, the flyweight Alex Pereira, bro. That's what I call him. Him and Josh Van had such a fire ass fucking fight, bro.
Yeah, I
Him and
mean,
I mean he ate like a 14 punch combo from Van and then landed an elbow that hurt Van and they both were just swinging like fucking crazy. Felipe
yeah.
Bunez or Bunez, however you say his name. I think he lost to Rafael Estevam. Yep, his last time out lost to Rafael Estevam. And then before
He
that,
got knocked out by Josh Fan. His only
yep.
positive record was in the LFA from the year 2022 to 2023, 1-2 in the UFC. I
Yeah,
think
he's
Edgar.
14-8. 14-8 is crazy, man. Yeah, Edgar Chairez is gonna have his way with this man.
Oh man, I'm looking forward to this fight, man. The only losses in the UFC is to Joshua Van and to Tatsuro Taira. Other than that, he sub CJ Vergara and Danielle Lacerda.
Yeah.
He brings so much
He's
energy,
yeah.
man. Love that guy.
He's had such great. I mean, he cooked CJ Vergara, submitted him in 2.5 minutes. Him and Van had a hell of a fight that Van won. I don't remember if it was decision or knockout or what, but Van won. The Lacerda fight was overturned and then he came back, submitted Daniel Lacerda. Before that, he lost to Tyra by a unanimous decision. He didn't get finished. And we just watched Brandon Moreno get finished. So
Yeah.
I like Edgar Chairez a lot, or Chairez, I think is how you say it. He comes out with the bandoliers on like a vaquero, bro. I fucking love that, man. It's fucking awesome, bro. One thing I will say randomly, I know a lot of shit's going down in Mexico. I hope nothing fucking happens at this card. I hope all the fighters stay safe. I hope all the people attending stay safe. I hope none of that shit affects any of this. I know everybody was telling me they're 300 miles away from everything that's going on, but shit, it don't take long to cover 300 miles. So I'm hoping everybody stays safe. Just throwing that out there because I know they're in fucking turmoil right now with the cartel stuff going on. So
Yeah.
hopefully
Hope
that's
all
all
of our
safe
boys
down
stay
there.
safe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, it's all just hopefully nobody in the UFC is an undercover cartel guy and letting people in. Bad shit happen. I'm not saying they are. I'm just fucking making dark humor jokes, but yeah, no, all honesty, I hope nothing bad happens, man. Except for to Bobby Green. I hope he gets knocked the fuck out.
All right. Well, I'll let you lead into that one.
No, this I'm just fucking around. I don't mind Bobby Green at all. I actually think Bobby Green's entertaining as fuck. He's one of the few dudes that pressed Armin Sarukian in public, and he fucking took a fight with Islam on like 8 days' notice. Might have been like four. So Bobby he gets a bad rep. I don't mind the guy. I think that he said what we were all thinking that weigh in when Mackenzie Dern took her pants off. He goes, "Damn." So he's a funny guy, man. I fuck with Bobby Green. Daniel Zellhuber, man. This is a weird fight for me, okay? Because Bobby Green's older, his chin is kind of gone, his awareness is kind of gone. The last time he looked good, what would you say? If I had to say, I'd say Tony Ferguson or Grant Dawson
Yeah, he beat Grant
in 30
Dawson.
seconds.
He,
I just
yeah,
what?
he just beat Lance Gibson. I mean, you look at Bobby's record since 2022. KO'd Grant Dawson, got subbed by Patty, beat Jim Miller. He looked great versus Jim Miller.
Yeah, he
Got
did.
KO'd
Okay,
by
yep.
Rufy,
I was wrong
and then
about that.
he
He did cook Jim Miller. Brutal
he beat
knockout from
Lance
Jalen
Dawson.
Turner. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
My thing about Zellhuber is, I mean, I'm getting to the point to where I think he may be overhyped. He's coming off a
yeah.
loss to Michael Johnson. He had that war at the Sphere. I mean, which we all love, but I mean, it is time for him if he is going to continue fighting in the UFC at a high level. This is the fight where he needs to step
Yeah.
up, be undeniable, and get a finish victory over Bobby Green.
Yeah.
Um, when
At
you look
least a
at Bobby,
dominant decision at the very least, because he has
yeah,
left everything in the hands of the judges, and it's actually been close fights, man. I mean, to lose unanimous decision to Michael Johnson, whose record is like 21-22, bro. Like I'm sorry, 25-19 it is now. No disrespect to Michael Johnson, but this dude was on tough season 12, brother.
yeah.
GSP and fucking Josh Koscheck were the coaches that season. So, if that guy is able to sit there and make you look silly, it's pretty bad. He's lost close fights to fucking Trey Ogden. He beat Lando Venata. Then he comes out and he beats Yagos. He fucking beats Miguel Prado, is that his name? Francisco Prado, sorry. All these dudes got so many fucking similar last names. And he comes out and has a crazy fucking fight with Hibovic, a split decision, lost to Hibovic. And then he has that fight with Johnson. The one thing I've noticed, man, is he had went from being super active to just being super like inactive, man. And I think that's what's killing his record and killing his fucking his momentum, man. I mean, his takedown defense is a 95%, bro. That is amazing at lightweight, dude. That is fucking virtually impossible in a weight class like that. The dude is a stud, but for some reason, he has not had the success that everybody has wanted him to have and think that he should have. You know?
He needs to lock in. He needs to make a decision if he I mean, because he can be one of the best. I mean, he's young, he's a great fighter, but it's like you need to make that next step. You need to
Yeah.
jump in there and be decisive with your victories. You know, you're losing these close fights. You need to go in there and get finishes. And if there's a guy that can be finished, we know it's Bobby Green with his chin. I mean, like you said, it's gone. Um, he's been finished multiple times on the ground and multiple times by knockout. I mean, this is his chance, Zellhuber's chance to go in there, step up,
Yeah.
and be that guy.
The thing with him, man, that happened last time out, everybody was talking about Eric Nick's 6 fighters. They were talking about Strickland and the DDP2 fight. How he was just kind of refusing to initiate stuff that he should have. Zellhuber was the same in the Johnson fight, and I don't know if what we've seen in the Strickland fight recently that got overhauled. Strickland stopped doing that shit. He controlled the pace. He set the pace. He controlled the jabs. He controlled the pressure. He kept putting it on Fluffy. If he got backed into the cage, he was putting jabs out there. He's putting knees out there so that he couldn't get cornered. He's turning off the cage. He's rounding off the dominant hand. He's constantly being active and doing what he's supposed to do. So hopefully, if he was able to get the Strickland and put a fire back under Strickland's ass, maybe he did the same to Daniel Zellhuber. I'm really, really hoping so because the kid is young, bro. I mean, he's only like 29 or something like that. I mean, he might not even
Yeah,
be 30 years old, dude. I'm
yeah, he's
curious to
young.
know his fucking age. It's the one thing that the fucking UFC, he's 26, bro. 26 years old. He's my fucking age, dog. My fucking age. He was born literally a month and a half after me. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Um, and
time to
to
lock
be,
in.
yeah, I mean, if there's ever a chance to not blow this, it's this weekend. So I am going to cautiously pick Daniel Zellhuber. Bobby Green, I just think is older. He's more damage worn. He's taken a lot more brutal knockouts from Dober and Jalen Turner and guys like that. Islam. So who knows? But me personally, I'm going to take Zellhuber once again. I hope I'm not making a mistake, but I'm hoping that fight is amazing. Well, from both guys, because I like both guys. I don't got a problem with either one. But I
Okay.
definitely need to see more from Daniel Zellhuber, bro, for sure.
I agree. This next fight is my personal main event of the evening: Cheeto Vera versus David Martinez.
Yeah.
I want to see my boy Cheeto come back in a big way. Um, but there are steps that need to be taken to do that. Cheeto is 1-4 in his last five.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, last fight was a close split decision. And here's how Cheeto wins. Cheeto needs to fight the way Cheeto fights in the fourth and the fifth round and the first and the second round.
Yeah.
Kick up the pace. Don't be a slow starter. Like you got to go in there and dominate, man. We know Cheeto is so talented. He is an amazing fighter, man. He's so entertaining, so fun to watch, but he takes time to get going, and
Yeah,
he doesn't that opportunity is past him. He needs to start turning it up. Once he gets
yeah.
back into those 5 round fights, then he may be able to work your way, in a slower pace, figure out your opponent, get your feints right and all that stuff. But that time is past. He needs to turn it up now, because he's going up against a good guy. David Martinez
So many
3-0 in the
fights too.
UFC.
Like
Um, you know,
he's had
David
so many
Martinez.
chances, man. So many fucking chances in this division. Not to interrupt you, my bad. I'm just over here looking at
No.
how long he's been in the UFC for so long, man. He's got losses to so many dudes, bro. Silva de Andrade beat him by decision. Fucking. I mean, goodness gracious, I didn't realize Cheeto's been in the UFC this long. Goodness
Yeah.
gracious. Lost to Song Yudong unanimous decision before he beat O'Malley the first time. Then lost to Aldo by decision in 2020. Beat Davey Great unanimous decision. KO'd Frankie Edgar. The Rob Font fight, dude. The Cheeto Vera Rob Font fight is like one of my favorite fights of all time. Them dudes put up like a combined 600 strikes, dog. But Cheeto just was not willing to ever take a step back in that fight. And Rob Font landed more significant strikes in that fight, way more, and did not have and Cheeto did not have any damage on his face whatsoever. And Rob Font had to get plastic surgery after that fight. And then he comes out and he KOs Dominic Cruz in what I believe was the last time we've
Head
seen
kick.
Dominic Cruz fight. It was a beautiful fucking knockout. Then he comes
Yeah.
out and Corey Sandhagen grounds him out for fucking God knows what 5 rounds, and it was weird because you're thinking, okay, um, Corey Sandhagen and Chito Vera, we're about to have an insane striking fest, and instead Corey Sandhagen's able to hold him down for 5 fucking rounds, dude. And then from there, it's just that was really where it started to fall off. Corey got a hold of him. He then he had that fight against Pedro Munoz. I didn't think it was all that impressive, but it was a unanimous decision win. And then that's his only win in the last 5, dude. In the last 5, his only win is Pedro Munoz, who I was just talking
Oh,
about. I don't think he's even still in the fucking UFC. He doesn't have a fight booked. His last fight was Ahimed Sahabi, and that was November 2nd, 2024. So at the end of this year, it'll be 2 years since he's fought. And since that Sandhagen fight, lost to O'Malley definitively. Don't know how he stayed awake in that fight. Lost to Figgy definitively. Lost to Zahabi in a split decision. I still don't think, I'm not gonna say it was a robbery. I am a Cheeto guy, but he doesn't, like you said, bro. He thinks he's Piotr Jan. He thinks he can take 2 rounds to download, and that he's winning them rounds either way. That he could come out and be dominant in the third. And it's not gonna work in these 3 round fights in this division where these guys are so active.
yeah. Then we talk about David Martinez, who was an absolute menace on the regional scene. He's got
Yeah,
10 wins by knockout. He's coming off a win against Rob Font. He's got,
dominant too.
yeah, all the potential in the world. If Cheeto is going to win this fight, we need to see the best version of Cheeto, and we need to see it from the beginning of the first round. Golly, man, I need my boy to get a win here.
Yeah, and Martinez's record speaks for itself, dude. I mean, he's he knocked out fucking what's his name? Simon Oliveira. Okay, Simon Oliveira doesn't have the best record in the UFC. He's honestly fucking I think he's 0-4. Holy shit. But Simon Oliveira at the time that he fought, they were saying he's a tough task and all this other shit. He knocked that dude out bad. He knocked him out bad, bro. Comes out in a completely masterclass Rob Font. 100% takedown defense. Fun fact for you for David Martinez. Average fight time 11:33. 68% significant strike defense, 4.85 landed per minute, only 2.9 absorbed per minute. That's definitely going to be less after this Cheeto fight. um, you know, it's crazy. They said that he's got 0% takedown accuracy in the UFC. I don't know about that. I'm pretty sure he took down Rob Font, but whatever. Yeah, he's pretty accurate with significant strikes. He's on a 9-fight win streak. It's crazy. 10 wins by knockout, 6 first-round finishes. I don't see him getting a fucking finish against Cheeto Vera here. But dude, I mean, anything's possible. His nickname's Dr. V.
Yeah, man, a lot riding on this fight personally for me, man. Golly, because I love Cheeto, man. How can
Yeah.
you not love
I'm a
Cheeto?
Cheeto guy too, man. I love
Yeah,
Cheeto.
yeah.
Cheeto and Cheetos Puffs. Yeah, but no, like Cheeto, I became a Cheeto fan because he beat O'Malley, and I've been an O'Malley hater my whole life, dude. Fucking, he beat O'Malley with that fucking brutal elbow, and his leg, obviously his leg broke too.
Yeah, leg broke.
But
Yeah,
yeah, it was definitely. And then we see what happened now. He fucking cooked Cheeto in the rematch, so there's no
yeah,
there's no denying it now. But yeah, dude, I'm gonna take Cheeto here because I'm a fucking moron, and I'm not really to admit that he's fucking done yet. I just think that if there's ever any time for him to get it done and stay in the rankings, it's got to be now. These killers are moving up. They want his spot. And they're gonna get his spot if he doesn't do something definitive to keep it. I mean, Derek Lewis just moved up 3 spots in the heavyweight. I get it, but that's heavyweight. Heavyweight is buns. Bantamweight is stacked. So
yeah.
it's really going to be interesting to see how Cheeto comes out. Cheeto has every reason to fight too, man. He's I think one of 3 dudes on the roster from Ecuador. Him and Michael Morales and somebody else. The dude's a beast, bro. When he comes out and he's on his game, he can fuck anybody up. I really wholeheartedly do believe that. But it's just he has not had that same drive, it looks like, man. So
You know,
I definitely got my eye on the co-main. I'm gonna be sitting there watching it with a heavy heart if he fucking gets knocked out, because Jesus, he has not been finished at all. So it's gonna be interesting to see.
and then we're gonna finish the night with a confusing bout, if you ask me. You got Brandon Moreno versus Kavanaugh. Um, Kavanaugh 9-1, 1-1 in the UFC. He came in hot on Dana White Contender Series with a knockout win. Had a close decision win in his debut, and
Yeah.
then got knocked out in his sophomore effort. Um, I don't know. I mean, do his coaches know who he's fighting? This is Brandon
So
Moreno.
yeah, he's
Like,
he so this is giving me Bobby Green Islam vibes. The way I look at this is, so he came in, he had a hell of a fight against Jose Ochoa, who I'm a huge fan of. Jose Ochoa is a beast. He fought fucking yeah, Felipe dos Santos. He had a good unanimous decision win against Felipe dos Santos. Then he gets KO'd by Charles Johnson. So he's actually 2-1 in the UFC, believe it or not. I thought he was 1-1 as well. But coming off of he was winning that fight against Charles Johnson and he got caught. That's what sucks. He got gassed a little bit, and then he just ran into a bomb, and he got laid the fuck down. Charles Johnson still has some power. He's knocked out now, knocked out Josh Van, and knocked out Loder Kavanaugh, but then somehow gets knocked out by Alex Perez in 45 seconds. So, yeah, to be honest with you, Kavanaugh, they probably guaranteed him a big payday to come in here and save the main event, and I don't think anybody else wants to fight. Anybody with sense wants to fight Brandon Moreno on short notice. Even though Tyra just had his way with him, still Brandon Moreno. Brandon Royval just got knocked out. He got his ass beat the time before that. You look at the rankings. I am curious though, man, because I really want to see. There's so many people in the flyweight rankings. You're gonna tell me, and I know it was for Asu Mabayev. He was originally the guy, and that would have been an insane fight. I'm not gonna lie. I would have loved to see that. But Manel Kopp didn't want to step in and solidify, a title contention. He didn't want to risk that. Kyoji Horiguchi, man. Kyoji Horiguchi didn't take no damage last time out. I would have,
yeah.
I know the Kavanaugh fight was made long before that, but I would have tried that. I hate to say it, even Tim Elliott isn't a bad. Alex Perez just came off a big knockout. Steve Erceg, what the fuck, Steve Erceg doing since the Ode Osborne close decision win?
Well, he beat Steve Erceg already.
Yeah. No, I know,
Yeah,
but I
so
mean, hell, just to save the card.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, it's
It's
just
just crazy
anything,
when
just
you look at
spitballing.
Brandon Moreno's like the only people that he's lost to in the UFC: Alexander Pantoja, Sergio Pettis. He's lost to
Brandon Royval.
Figgy, Brandon Royval, and Tassua Tyra.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, this guy is just the best of the best in flyweight. Uh, I just I don't, man. If Kavanaugh, I think he's probably going to get checked. I mean, unless this is going to be just a pure boxing match, somebody gets caught. I mean, this is Brandon Moreno, man. Like, this is one of the best in the world.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm
so
100% with you, man. I think Kavanaugh, I'm not even going to say it's fraud check, because I think it's a donation from the UFC. I think they're telling him, like, hey, You scratch our back, we'll scratch yours. You tell us who you want of the rankings next, and if you don't get it done, we got you. So
Yeah.
up until today, he was ranked number 15 in the rankings. They just took him out. So they replaced him with Joseph Morales, who, me personally, I would have liked to see come in and take on Brandon Moreno on short notice, considering he just dispatched Matt Snell very easily. But Matt Snell is Aiden Ross's twin, so I'm not too surprised at that. But he's either coming in and getting knocked out, knocking somebody out, getting subbed, or subbing somebody. So but there's not a lot to say for me on this one, man, because will I be holy fuck Loner Kavanaugh pull the shit off? What the fuck if he wins? Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know that we're in a situation where if this fight was made normally, I'd give him more of a chance. But it's been like fucking 2-3 weeks notice. It's not a full fight camp. He's coming off getting knocked out by fucking Charles Johnson. Brandon Moreno in his prime was doing some fucking serious damage to Figgy. If he does anything remotely close, like I wholeheartedly believe if he would have tried to be aggressive on the ground with Tyra and try to take him down, he might have went a different way. Tyra might have still won now looking at it, but it's all about how you set the pace. I don't think he's going to let Kavanaugh come in there and dictate anything. In the exchange is in his fucking home country. They're in Mexico. He's the first Mexican champion of flyweight, so I think that it's going to be brutal. It's going to be a brutal 5 rounds for Kavanaugh if it lasts that long. And this other thing, this is going to be first 5 round event for Loner Kavanaugh in the UFC. Um, he's a huge stud outside of the UFC. His fights were amazing, but this is where men are made, dude. And I just don't know. I really don't know that he's gonna pull it off. I know Moreno's got 10 times the chance to pull it off that Kavanaugh does. Now, if he pulls it off, holy shit, dude, awesome for him. And man, they just got a stud contender that was able to bounce back off a hard KO. But I just think that he's come back early. Is a China card? I'm pretty sure he got KO'd on. So who knows what's gonna happen, man? It's gonna be different for sure.
Yeah, man. What a card! I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm hoping that
Yeah,
there's some bangers on these prelims. I can see it happening, but I
there
know
should
this
be.
main card.
There
I
should be
know
for
this main
sure.
card is going to be fire.
Yeah, me personally, dude, I'm ready to get the card here. I'm off work tomorrow and I got Friday and then we're at Saturday, so I'm fucking stoked to get to this card. The Mexico cards are always fire. The last one was Silva and Lopez. That shit was stellar. The fights on that one was stellar. Basically the same guys that are on this card fought that one. Santiago,
Yeah,
Luna, fucking Edgar Kyres. All them guys was on the last one. I'm here for it, man. Totally hoping the last card to me for real I think was a C plus or B minus all the way up until the main card. So they picked up after the main card started, but I'm wanting a fucking A, dog. I need an A. Bautista and fucking Vinicius card set a pace that was pretty wild. I need more of it in the Paramount era. I need a ton of it. I need violence ensued like it's gladiators in fucking Rome, bro. With that being said, dude, random news I want to talk to you about. Did you see Robert Whitaker moving up to 205?
yep. I think that's
Dude,
a terrible decision.
I love Robert Whitaker. Bobby Knuckles is my guy. I love that fucking guy, bro. But I just do them dudes at light heavyweight hit so fucking hard. But he had no success at welterweight and lightweight, and he moved up the fucking middleweight, and he became one of the fucking goats. So
Yep.
maybe he's thinking he's that the division is a little less talented than middleweight, and maybe he's thinking that he's gonna go up there. And I think really what it is, he's seen Paulo Costa book a fight at 205 against the hardest hitter in the division right now, arguably. He's like, hey, fuck it. Is there a chance that Bobby Knuckles puts on a run and Alex Pereira, if he's still there, fights Bobby Knuckles at 205? Because that's a fight that I always wanted to see at 170. And Pereira didn't hold the belt long enough. They never made that matchup. I would have loved to see Pereira versus fucking Bobby Knuckles. Obviously, Pereira probably gets it done, but Robert Whitaker, man, he's a fucking fun guy, dude. His pace is different. The way he bounces around the fucking octagon is different. RDR gassed him pretty bad, and that last little overhand was the last of what he had, and he just gave up that 5th round. So, he's older now, but I don't know what to expect from him in this division, man. I don't like even the less talented guys have a fucking puncher's chance more than he does, I feel like. And that sucks to say about somebody like Robert Whitaker, man. So
I mean, with Robert having the status that he does have, I think you would maybe put him in there against Raychick. Um,
I like that. I like that a lot.
and I think that's where we'll get to find out where Robert's chin is at because I mean that he is no slouch. Raychick, I mean he goes in out there and bangs every fight that he's in, whether he loses or wins. So I think that would be a good testament to see how well Bobby Knuckles can
Oh,
how he can
ooh,
do in that division.
yeah. Um, Trending. I just happened to check this. Brandon Moreno apparently got frustrated after Porter asked him if he want to fight at the UFC White House event, and he straight up was like, "Brother, why? I want you to tell me why I would want to be there." For what? I'm not interested. Thank you very much. That's Brandon Moreno never gets mad, so that's different. There was something. Oh, that's what I was meant to fucking talk to you about. Fucking, did you see this picture of Kamzat, bro? This picture of Kamzat that released today. This
On the
dude is
beach.
fucking. Yes, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
that's why he's talking about 205. He's not making 185 no more, bro. The dude's fucking. He's not cutting that weight, bro. That's why he's talking about 205. He can't make the
Hey,
weight no more.
well, we see what Patty Pimlet does every time.
Yeah, he's not Patty Pimlet, bro. I'm sorry. Patty Pimlet is risking death for the love of the game. He's not doing that shit, bro. There's no fucking way. I don't for a second. Where's this shit at? Let's see if I can find this fucking picture, dude. I know it's on here.
I don't really think Cosmo cares too much about.
Look at this
Yeah,
fucking dude, bro. I mean, holy crap.
I don't think he cares too much about legacy. I think he cares about going in there nowadays, fighting, being the best, proving that he's the best. And if he's, I feel like wherever he's comfortable at, that's where he wants to be. I agree with you. I don't think he wants to cut the weight. I mean,
Nope.
why not just go to 205? I mean, who's gonna tell you no? You
Yeah.
know, just
Arguably, do we see him fight at heavyweight before his career is over? Before he should even fight at heavyweight towards the end of his career is my question. Because like looking at that, then you look at the weight miss that made them shuffle the whole card. He had to fight Kevin Holland instead of Nate Diaz. It don't look good. It don't look like he can long term sustain that ability. And it would not surprise me if we end up having a Jake Elliott situation. Or what was his name? Is that his fucking name? Fucking I might have just named the Eagles kicker. Hold up one second.
Jake Elliott
Jake,
is the Eagles kicker.
what is this fucking dude's name? Jake something MMA, bro. Fucking Jake Collier. Jake Collier is his name. Jake Collier used to fight at fucking like 170, bro. Let me make sure this is his name. Yeah, and he had a bunch of bangers in fucking Jake Collier. That's why it sounds like Elliott. Fuck Jake Elliott. Anyways, Jake Collier used to fucking fight at 170, 185, and the dude was skinny. He was in great shape and just bubbled up the heavyweight and had so much more success at heavyweight. Had banger fights at Arlovsky, all kinds of shit. So I'm just wondering if we see and he basically said it's because he got tired of cutting the weight. It was dangerous for him. So I'm wondering if we see Kamzat do the same thing, man. It's not uncommon. Rumble fought at fucking 170, 185 before he finally made it to the 205. So it's not uncommon. It can happen, man.
Yeah. I mean, golly, I would hate to see the heavyweight that they put him up against because I mean, if he can if he can sustain the weight and still be the fighter that he is at 185, 170, then I mean he's gonna be champion.
Yeah, Curtis Blades, Jonathan Almeida were probably the two better wrestlers in the division, and Jonathan sucks. He just got out wrestled by Rizvan. Rizvan also, fucking cooked Curtis Blades a little bit. So I just kind of, just a thought I'm throwing out there. It probably will never happen, but who knows anymore? This fucking MMA shit, bro. That you can never fucking predict anything. Pereira is also sitting at 242. And then you got on Kylev willing to chase him, is what he's been saying. He says he's willing to chase that fight, whether it's for a belt or not, to get his rematch against
I don't want to
Pereira.
see that.
Nobody wants to see that shit. But on
No,
Kylev, man,
man.
on Kylev might be the guy at 205 that can beat Kamzat Chimaev. I don't know, not for certain, but on Kyle's a pretty fucking physical force and got the power on the feet that I think if he can negate Kamzat's grappling, I think he can beat up Kamzat. I really do. It's a weird fucking rando thrown out there, but I really liked on Kylev for a long time. I still don't mind him. But if there's anybody beat him at 205, dude, it's got to be on Kyle. I don't think it'll be Pereira. Pereira's pulled off the impossible before. I don't think it's going to be against Kamzat, but yeah, either
I don't
way,
think
dude,
so either.
I think we're looking at some shit in his future where he ends up fighting a fucking heavyweight, bro. I really do.
I could see it, man. I could see him getting up to 205 and then like, no more weight cut.
Yeah. He's like,
Mm.
well, they said he almost died from COVID twice. So he may just be at a point where his body can't handle it anymore. Who knows?
He had some horrible health issues,
Mm-hmm.
man. He had that picture of him broken out and hives or whatever it was
Mm-hmm.
all down his back, dude. Like he was about to
Yeah.
die.
He retired from MMA because of COVID, and then he's now the champion. So it's looking at that, it's a hell of a journey for Kamzat. But just makes you wonder, man. Makes you wonder how much he really has left in the tank trying to do this shit. I mean, the dude's friends with apparently a Swedish prime minister or president or something. He's got connections all around the place. So maybe the drive just ain't there. But all I know is if you ain't got the drive, it's a dangerous sport to be fucking gambling in, dude. We've seen it with Connor. We've seen it with Izzy. And the minute you lose that drive, you reach the pinnacle of the mountain. You don't have you don't have that drive anymore. My fucking heater just kicked on, scared the fuck out of me. So did you see me just go limp right there? My little bitch is
Yeah.
like,
I thought that was a glitch.
yeah, I was like, dude, what the fuck was that? All right, yeah, I'm so glad the world just seen me turn to a big old pussy when my heater turned on. But yeah, no, dude, like it's weird, man. We're in a weird spot for heavyweight MMA, and I don't know what's gonna happen. Imagine Josh Hogan is champion. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. I mean, there is a betting line that Josh Ojik champion by the end of 2026.
That's
I'm
so
willing to put
crazy.
$10 on that.
Hey man, fuck it. $10 is $10, dude.
Yeah.
Be the best $10 you ever put on your life. Fucking, but yeah, dude, that's
I might actually do that right now as
speaking
soon as we
of
get off the podcast.
speaking of that, I had one crazy fucking bet that I wanted to talk about on here, man, just because I'm a long shot king is what I like to proclaim myself as here.
Is this the $1 into 14,000?
So that was a 10 legger, yeah. So if you want to hear it, yeah, Santiago Luna by KO or sub, Emanal Rodriguez by points, Edgar Kyres by KO, Daniel Zellhuber by KO or points, Marlon Vera by points, Brandon Moreno by TKO or sub, Francis Marshall by submission or on points, Javier Reyes by submission or on points, Quinones by points, and Perez by submission or on points. $1 pays 14,000, but I'm probably gonna take Quinones off. But no, it was where was this at? Let me say this real quick. Fucking where was it at? Cheeto Vera by points, Kyres by TKO, Emanal Rodriguez by points. Take Javier Reyes off, Christian Hernandez off. So yeah. If you put together Rodriguez by points, Kyres by KO TKO, Vera by points, Moreno by KO or sub, and Pereira or Eileen Perez by submission or points, $1 pays $343. So that is
Hey,
a fire fucking bet.
yeah, I like that. That's very winnable.
Oh yeah,
Um, I believe we'll probably get into making videos soon, like a little 5-minute video for you guys of like what bet
yeah,
slips that we may be placing, and that maybe become a regular part of the show as well. If y'all are interested in that, just
yeah.
let us know.
Fucking James hit a nice little one last week. Fucking Strickland, Judice, and fucking JPL. That was a nice ass fucking ticket. So but
Yep.
yeah, I guess that all but covers it, man. I ain't gonna keep you too long. I'll let you get to work, and I'll get to fucking getting these videos taken care of, man.
All right, man. We appreciate y'all for watching. Like and subscribe, please, and y'all get in that comment section. Talk to us. Let us know what we need to do. Let us know what we suck at, what we're good at. And we'd love to talk to y'all about anything. So just hit us up and follow us on our socials, especially X, Twitter. Follow us at Fight Talk, Split the Diff Pod, and Clinch Combos Pod. And we'll
Facts,
get to
all
talking on
facts.
there too.
That's right,
Uh,
boy. You ain't never told a lie, man. But all right, dude. I'll holler at you, James, bro. It's been real talking to you,
All right, man. We appreciate y'all. Have a good night.
sir. Deuces.